Hey guys, it's a little later than I expected. It's Friday and I was supposed to make it yesterday, but I was tired. I worked overnight on Wednesday and had school all day on Thursday, so shit happens. Anyways, this video is my religion video. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to this one, so here it goes. Before I get into religion and transition, I just want to kind of briefly go over my religious beliefs in general. I call myself a Reformed Christian, meaning, I believe in God and I believe in Jesus and I believe that the Bible is the Word of God and contains probably the world's most sacred events in it. I do believe that the stories are based on fact, but the part that I don't believe are the parts that aren't really stories. I can't say that I don't believe them, the Bible contains a lot of history, but it also contains a lot of opinion. And in my belief, the men that wrote the Bible were given visions and dreams. It's not like God sat there and said, okay, get out a pen and paper. Yes, God. In the beginning, yep. It's not like it happened like that. So, I find it, the men that wrote the Bible interpreted their visions and their dreams into the written word, which was either Hebrew or Latin, both of which, Latin, which is a dead language, and Hebrew, which has very little direct translation to English, especially when the Bible was first being translated. So, we have interpretation from man to written word, and then we also have translation from one language to another, which it was translated from, I believe it originally was written in Latin, and then it was translated into Hebrew and Arabic, and then from there it was translated into English. So you have two to three, and I'm not sure exactly how it went because I wasn't there, but you have 2 to 3 translations of the Bible, plus the interpretation of visions and dreams. So I find it very hard to believe that everything that's in the Bible is exactly as God intended it to be. So I also believe that the Bible is open to interpretation. Not complete and total. Oh, well, God says thou shalt not kill. Well, maybe he didn't mean it. And it's okay to kill someone who's really mean. No. I mean, the parts that aren't intended to be exactly what they are as written. So I also, unlike most Christians, believe that there is not just one way to get to heaven, paradise, whatever. I also believe that that's not the only thing that can happen to you after you die. I believe that everyone can be right and everyone can be wrong. Meaning, what you believe shall become is basically what my religion is based on. Is if I believe in God and I believe that I'm going to die and I'm going to go to heaven if I'm a good person, then that's what's going to happen to me. But then again, our Buddhist friends or our Hindu friends believe in reincarnation. And they believe that they'll be reincarnate until they reach nirvana or whatever. I briefly studied Buddhism and Hinduism, so I apologize to any of you if I get it wrong. But if you believe that you're going to be reincarnate until you reach the ultimate joining with the higher power or with the higher self, whatever it is, then that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to be reincarnated. If you believe, like our atheist friends, that this is life, you deal with it, and then you die, and you're buried in the ground, and that's that, then that's what's going to happen to you. See, even in the Bible, it gives us free will, and that's free will to believe what we want to believe. But at the same time, there are a lot of nations out there that haven't been given the Word of God, so how can we say that that's the only way when it hasn't even been shared with the whole world? And they have their sacred religions, their sacred practices, and it gets them to where they need to be when they are, done with this life right now. That being said, and please, if there's anything you don't understand, if you have any questions about it, feel free to message me. I'm very open about my religion. I don't believe in knocking on people's doors and shoving it down their throats. I also don't go to church because the churches around here don't accept my standard of belief, my belief system. And I know that there's not a whole lot of people that know my belief system, and I've been told that I should share it with the world and everything like that, because there is more than one way. There, it can't be just one way. There's too many people in the world. There's too many beliefs in the world. And it just can't be one way. That being said, the Reformed Christianity, in which I believe now, started a couple years ago. When I first decided to transition, I was very against it. I even talked someone else out of doing it themselves, which, my apologies once again, because it wasn't right. It wasn't the God thing, and you shouldn't change your body, and you shouldn't poison your body with anything. God made you this way. He made your body. He knew your path before you were born. And then it clicked. God knew my path before I was born. While I was still in the womb, He knew my path. He knew my life. Who's to say, and who's not to say, that this transition is not part of my ultimate goal in life, a part of my path, part of my journey through life that God's given me? Who's to say that this is not a challenge that God has presented to me? He's given us the medical technology to do it. Who's to say that this is not my challenge? This is not my what is the word? You know what I'm saying? This is my journey. I had a very vivid dream when I was younger, of God speaking to me, and this is when I was like 6 or 7. Very vivid, and God was speaking to me, and He came down from the clouds, and He stood on my roof. I mean, keep in mind I was 6 or 7, so it was trying to emphasize things. I don't know what it was, but He stood on my roof, and I was playing in the front yard, and He said, "Child, stop, listen." And I listened, and He told me that I was going to have a mountain to climb, that He wanted me to climb a mountain. Well, when you're 6 or 7, a mountain is a mountain. I've climbed mountains. I've walked up the mountain. I've driven up the mountain. I've rock climbed. Not like up a mountain, free climbing or whatever. But I've done it on a wall. But it never satisfied me. My mom brought up an interesting point a few years ago. When I say a few, I mean like 6 or 7 years ago. That maybe the mountain was a metaphor for an obstacle to overcome in my life. And I believe now that being born female is my obstacle. So I believe that God gave me this disorder, what have you, for me to overcome and to be who I am to be. I also don't believe that He would make me this way and make me suffer as female. God is a merciful God. He's also a loving God, but He also has a lot to teach us. And I think this is one thing that I definitely have to learn. So, that being said, I've just passed 10 minutes. If you have any questions, obviously comments. If you have any questions, please, you can message me on YouTube. You can comment my video. You can also reach me on Facebook under Reginald Britton, ReginaldBrittian. I encourage you to ask questions because I know this is something that a lot of people struggle with. So, I hope the 11 minutes now was worth it, and I hope the wait was worth it. So, thank you guys, and I will see you next time. I'm still trying to get my girlfriend to do a video. But yeah. If she doesn't do a video, my next video will be with my kid. Or her. The next topic I'll be talking about is my next step in my transition, which is coming up very soon. So, alright guys, I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, and subscribe and thumbs up, just because everyone else does.